This is the Conscious Hour, and this is a report on the ceasefire, and I'm going to give you a comparison between real news and then news that's fabricated to reach political agendas. Let's turn this one on here. This is CBS reporting out what's actually happened.
Overnight, Iran reversed course and is now saying the Strait of Hormuz is under its control. Now, remember, on Friday, Iran said it would open the strait. But today's announcement comes after President Trump said the U.S. would maintain its own naval blockade until Iran reaches a deal with the U.S. President Trump telling CBS News Friday that Iran had agreed to, quote, everything, including a plan to remove enriched uranium that could be used to make a nuclear weapon. Now, that would appear to be in doubt this morning. Let's go to Olivia Rinaldi at the White House. Olivia, good morning.
So I'm going to stop it right there before Olivia talks. Iran never agreed and would ever agree to give the pirates, Netanyahu, all of their uranium. There's an assumption that the U.S. media has been making and propagating that, oh, they're going to build nuclear weapons. Excuse me. No, they don't want nuclear weapons. They haven't had nuclear weapons. They've had nuclear fissional materials, right, to run their reactors to produce power, and also for medical isotopes. They've been doing that for years. Let's get into the story. Remember one thing, they report what the White House wants to be reported. Listen closely.
Good morning, Kelly. The president said last night in a Turning Point action event in Arizona that the negotiations with Iran should go quickly, as many of the issues have already been agreed to. But Iran says there is no such agreement on the table.
So the turning point. So he gets in front of a crowd of people, his followers, and promises they're going to continue with the mission, even though they said they were going to have a ceasefire, and they've had this how many times? So you can see that Trump is being driven by a motivated base that they motivated over the years. Netanyahu's the puppet master and some other players. He has to get the job done.
Please step forward. This is U.S. Warship 115. I understand you will return to your previous port call in Iran.
The U.S. Navy continues to restrict the Strait of Hormuz, as President Trump says it will take a full agreement before he drops the blockade.
When the agreement is signed, the blockade ends.
On Friday, the president said the strait was completely open and ready for business and full passage, after Iran said it would reopen the waterway for commercial vessels.
This process should go very quickly, and that most of the points are already negotiated and agreed to. You'll be very happy.
And while Iran threatened that closing the strait would be easy again, analysts warn it may take months for the region to return to normal. The president also said that Iran agreed to hand over all of its enriched uranium.
The USA will get all nuclear dust. They will never have a nuclear weapon. We're going to get it by going in with Iran, with lots of excavators.
National security expert Sam Vinograd says it would be a complicated mission. Experts would...
You see the news? Then they go in with a storyline. Oh, well, let's pretend that Donald Trump is telling you the truth, and we're going to go there and excavate all of their uranium. What? I mean, you know, the audacity. It's sickening that the U.S. media is just a puppet. And they get these young people in there, they're going to give their opinion when we know one thing. Sovereignty is sovereignty. Hello, folks. You know what I mean? So now I'm going to switch over to another screen here. And I want you to watch this one here, because here's a reality check. Okay? I want you to watch this, and I want you to tune into this station here when you get a chance. Do yourself a favor. Do not go into your normal television. Turn on YouTube and get your news from YouTube. This is a reliable source.
Patrick, it seems like things are falling apart on the Trump administration's push to, well, I'll let you answer this, whatever he's trying to do with Iran. It seems like things are falling apart. Talks have also been rejected by Iran. We're kind of at square one here again. What's your thoughts about what's been going on in these latest developments?
It's really hard to keep track of it. If you're watching the U.S. media, if you're watching Donald Trump's Truth Social account, and you're trying to follow these events through those media platforms, it's going to be very confusing. And I think that the way I approach this, Danny, is that I don't trust anything that the Trump administration says about anything. If they claim they've had a phone call and that somehow we're back on the right track again, negotiations are back on, we've got a deal in the makings, the straits are open, or whatever, there's a ceasefire, I just don't believe it. So the Iranians are now kind of, I think, in that Reagan-esque trust but verify position, because they're really dealing with an unstable actor. The current regime in Washington is completely erratic, completely unstable from a foreign policy or at least public communications point of view, totally incoherent. And you really have to look at the cause of this, is that it's so funny that the United States press and politicians are so busy following the president's statements and not asking the fundamental question, what are the official channels of communication with the United States government? I mean, everything can't be funneled through, not at least in a constitutional republic. You know, far be it from me to point that out. You know, the United States is not a dictatorship. It's not a monarchy. So it's a constitutional republic. So we have checks and balances. We have due process. We have sort of established lines of communication from which the government can communicate to its own people, as well as the world, to the business community, to the media. So what are the official communication channels? Is it the State Department? Is it Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State? Is it the White House's press secretary? Is it Donald Trump's Truth Social media platform, a website owned by Trump? Like, what is it? And that's the basis of the problem. And so Iran, I believe, has already priced this in. And Iran is basically where Russia was probably 2 years ago, realizing, or at least a year and a half ago when Trump came into office, realizing that there's going to be no serious negotiations with the United States because they're not even sending their top diplomats. So, you know, they priced that in. They're making preparations. I probably
so their top diplomats. Who do they send? Who do they send over there? Steve Witkoff, Jared Kushner. Who are these people? They're real estate developers. Jared Kushner's got $40 billion set aside for Gaza. But don't forget the Greater Israel Project. It goes from Egypt all the way up the coastline through Palestine, all the way through Lebanon, and they don't have a ceasefire. They do have a ceasefire, but it'll go away real quick. And then all the way into Syria. A beautiful coastline there they're going to build. That's what they want to do. Blow the whole thing up. Not everything, but blow it all up and then take the best pieces of real estate and build some future cities there for the Viva Rich in the world. I mean, this is insanity, folks. It's called corporate capitalism? No, it's called gangster capitalism. Because what it is there's a bunch of gangsters, i.e. Netanyahu and Donald Trump and their partners and the real estate developers who are using our weapons, our cash, our money, our resources to go in there so they can make more money. I mean, this is all it is. It's gangster capitalism. So if you agree it's gangster capitalism, leave a comment. And do yourself a favor too. Please hit the like button. Do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the share button, and share this with others. We need to get my information out there because I'm telling you the truth, folks. I don't care about politics. I care about one thing. Remember the word heaven on earth? Yeah, let's create that. Why don't we create a geopolitical world where we don't have weapons of mass destruction and we have communication and we build a global economy that benefits all people, not countries, all people. Because once you benefit all people, the people that own the goods and services become even wealthier. So if all you want to do is make money, boy, Reboot 3.0, the Conscious Hour, we have the key to unlock that old door, that Pandora's box over there that wants to destroy everything. We can lock it down and create a new future. This is the Conscious Hour, folks. If you want to go into the future, go with the future with the Conscious Hour. That's exactly why I'm here now and why I've spent the last 2.5 years building my platform to where I can finally, hopefully, get into the mainstream media, meaning you can share my information around the world. Thanks for tuning in to the Conscious Hour. Please hit the like and share button, and please donate to the 501c3 so I can get a staff person here that can help me produce even much more higher quality. 74 years old, I'm still going strong, and I want one thing, heaven on earth. Love you all. Please hit the like and share button, and please donate.